trekking alone through the desert. Recent thunderstorms have transformed the typically dry landscape. But there's one change you're not ready for. Wet sand grips your feet.
You really start going down.
In seconds, you're up to your knees, sinking in quicksand. What will you do to survive this creeping terror? Would you A. Waste no time fighting to break free before it takes you down? B. Start digging around your legs so you can climb out? Or C. Lean back and spread out so you float to the top? This isn't a Hollywood gimmick. You're actually in deep trouble.
Quicksand is a mix of water, sand, silt, and a little bit of clay and debris and vegetation. As long as you have a matrix of soil with lots of water in a buoyant condition, you have a quicksand.
The water in quicksand reduces the friction between all of those little granules of sand. So while it may appear to be a solid, quicksand is incredibly sensitive to movement. So once you step into quicksand, it starts a chain reaction between all of those little granules of sand. And so it quickly turns from a semi-solid into a soupy, goopy mess.
Some places the quicksand looks identical to mud. And some places it looks like sand that you can walk on. And some places it looks just like water.
Oh, really? Stuck.
Quicksand's really tricky stuff because oftentimes it will look exactly like the solid ground around it until you step in it.
As long as you don't agitate them too much, it will remain solid. The moment you cause vibration or sudden movements, it will behave like liquid and you can sink into it.
And there you are, sinking deeper and deeper into the cold, wet ground. So, you think you'd survive a quicksand death trap? Right now, you should be choosing C. Lean back and spread out so you float to the top.
It's our natural instinct to stay on our feet, but when you enter into quicksand, that's the last position you want to be in. You want to immediately lay down in your stomach or lay down on your back. Quicksand is almost twice as dense as the human body. It's almost impossible to drown in quicksand. If you stop panicking and keep still, you can float in quicksand.
Slowly take our feet out of the quicksand, 1 foot at a time, and crawl out of the quicksand by being as horizontal as possible, which creates the most contact surface between our body and the quicksand.
But even then, it is going to be a labor-intensive job. Once you're trapped in quicksand, nothing is going to happen fast. This is going to be a patient man's game.
A smart friend can pull you out of quicksand by throwing a rope in your directions or a large stick. He or she should not yank it hard and just slowly hold on to it and you yourself pull yourself out.
But why not fight your way out?
The more you struggle, the more you're going to sink and the worse your situation is going to become. Your fate is determined within the first few seconds of when you realize that you're in quicksand.
It feels like a rock down where my feet are.
Quicksand is incredibly dense, and it gets more dense the deeper you go. So once your foot has made its way deep into that quicksand, it is literally like your feet have become cemented into the earth.
The suction from mud and sand can be incredibly strong. Here, a worker in Russia can't even free himself with the help of a heavy-duty backhoe. Fortunately for him, the backhoe operator has a delicate touch. But can you dig yourself out?
Digging around your legs is pretty much a futile effort because that quicksand is going to flow right back in where you just dug out. Once you're trapped in quicksand up until about your knees, it becomes nearly impossible to self-rescue.
Quicksand and mud can catch anyone by surprise. If you want to survive, spread out and lie flat. and slowly try to free your legs one at a time. Once free, roll on your side and move away. Keep calm, and you can avoid being up to your neck in a lethal problem.